All right, the championships. Here's a little shot of the guys with the invites. First up is the third place match between myself and Nate. We decided on 2 passes of spear and 1 of sword if necessary. Spoiler alert, it was necessary. I start off in tuta, porta, di ferro, in spear, looking for an opening, and I just do the spear play. I really got what I wanted, but my targeting was a little off. And unfortunately you can't see it from the camera, but you can tell by his head moving back that I got under his aventail there, and that's why the halt was called. Moving on to pass number 2. Also starting off in Tuta Porta di Ferro here, my bread and butter. Same kind of opening. Once again, I do kind of get what I want, but he realizes it, backs off, and I get his Brigandine twice. Moving around, I try the reversal, the counter rather, and then I get into his Brigandine actually, but that's not really effective. It's not called, which is good. I push him off, and sort of was actually waiting in true cross for just a second, and then coming in with the back end, but he stabbed me in the arm, which is what you couldn't quite see. Taking a little breather before the final pass of sword. Start off in long grip, posta di donna, moving into a posta breve or tuta porta di ferro mezzana. Porta di ferro mezzana, rather. And I go for a thrust, but it actually gets on the edge of his brigandine, so that was not in the mail. But then I go for this sword and armor play, which I had actually never done before, and it just kind of came to me in the moment. I'm glad that it did. It was effective. Offering to help him up, but honestly he just kind of needs a second. We're both pretty tired at this point. So I'm just there for him if he needs me, but sometimes rolling over on your front like that's the better way. So I won 3rd place. Thanks to Nate for 2 great fights though. This is Jason and Dan for the championship. Well, did that stab to the foot hit? I'm not totally sure. I think it did, but the judge didn't see it. Some more fencing around, another attempt at a stab to the foot. That was kind of in the bicep or armpit, but Jason kind of rolls his body back so he can't get purchased, so I'm okay with that not being called. We get into a tangle. Dan looks for Jason's dagger and gets it. The spear becomes useless at that range, and Dan places one into the armpit in long grip. Last pass, just making sure, or actually sword pass rather, Nate and Jason are in the same club, so Nate is the student taking care of Jason's armor, and I am Dan's student, and I'm taking care of Dan's armor, so doing a little squiring for our club leaders here. His pauldrons were getting a little stuck in his cuirass. Sword pass. Here we go. Jason goes into half sorting there, and moves in, and gets the point in Dan's neck coming around. Dan is going armor is worn, so we're not really thinking about mail there, plus he has an open back that you can see. So that was called. I think that was a good call.
Dagger for the illustrious title of Sir Goffredo's Championship.
Sir Goffredo's Championship, indeed. Thank you to the gentleman for making this a fantastic little tournament. Dagger. Okay, Jason does get a stab to the face there because we're considering Dan's helmet open face, but the judge does not see it. It is quick, so I don't totally blame the judge. Gets into a grapple. Jason's trying to push him out, but we have a gate there, and if you push your opponent out of the gate, Dan just stays in and turns Jason out. Really dramatic finish. Both 3rd place and the championship fight, they both went to tiebreakers, a 3rd pass. The scoring was really tight in general. Nate and I had 3 points, Dan and Jason had 4, so we all fought very well, and I thought we were all pretty equally matched. And there is your winner, Dan Holliday of Liberty Sword Club. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks to these guys for making my birthday mini-deed a fabulous time. Please click like, subscribe, share this around, be good to each other, and ciao.